I got scratches making me itch.
What's going on, folks? What's going on? Welcome to In Love with Kimberly Michael podcast. I am her, she is me. Big shout out to SavageCom.Entertainment, Jim Savage. I'm doing my TikTok, y'all. So I am hoping to have a very special guest on. He gave me it's his content basically. So I'm hoping that he comes on. To me, I don't know how he feels about me saying this, but even his approach and everything is very similar. I'll just say to KS. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like he has that same kind of, get with it post, I guess. I don't know, but I always try to match my post. I know that's silly, but anyway, so I'm going to talk about this, even though I really, really, really wanted to verify and confirm that he was coming, and I haven't done that. So, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta talk about it because we missed last week, and I've been anxious about talking about this because, of course, my insight is a little bit different than most. So, I mean, I'm going to speak about him. I don't have his direct permission, but I mean, he was going to come on the show, and he has a public site and everything. But anyway, I follow him on my page. His name is Derek Pride. He has a page called The Lounge Podcast, and this is where I got my content. It was directly, honestly, from him. And I immediately, I was like, as soon as he posted it, I was like, oh, you have absolutely 100% have to come on the show about this. Like, I didn't even get into a whole dialogue with him about it. Like, I was like, you absolutely, like, that was my response to that was my, my comment on his post was like, let's just please talk about this one, like, for real. So, that's what we're going to do. Now, with that being said, my dog's already acting up, and so they're hopefully they're not going to be a problem. I'll take care of it if they get too crazy. So Derek put up a post, and again, to me, he is very edgy. He says it like it is. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really hope he comes on here. I don't know if he's playing or not. And I don't mean playing like he doesn't believe that stuff, but like personality wise playing. Cause he can be pretty tough. So a lot of the things that are on there and a lot of the comments and a lot of the back and forth from kind of the same, kind of save heavy, how in one group, there's usually a lot of heavy posters, commenters, whatever, like that. Right. So I've been trying to get more, I posted a couple things and whatnot, but this is how this like whole show came about, was because of him in this post. So, let me just try to hit him up real quick, you guys. Okay. Just let me try to just hit him up real quick and see if while I'm doing what I'm doing, you like, subscribe, and share the shit out of the show. Because it's not bad at all. It's not bad. And guess who's calling me? You'll never guess. I'm going to answer. Gilly, I'm on live, baby. I'm about to shoot you a text message, okay? Okay, bye. You guys, I mean, y'all already know by now how this goes. Like y'all have been on here enough that y'all know how this goes. So anyway, let me send a quick text. I didn't think to send him a regular link. I'm sorry, you guys. I got completely lost in that moment altogether, didn't I? It was terrible. I really had a whole moment. I missed a week and I'm all like off kilter now that I missed the week. It's throwing me off, the time change. I'm sure everybody has said this. I'm sure everyone literally on the planet. You know, this might actually be go against what I believe, that like there's no 100% totality in anything. That no one person, but whoever has to go through the time frame, time change, because I guess not everybody has to do it. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, I adjusted great when we fucked up the time," and I have never heard anybody say that it didn't mess up their time frame. It is definitely messing up mine because time, it's messing with mine. I'm just gonna say that. Kim, what I learned about your show is if I'm here from the start, it's perfect. But if I'm late, I won't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, perfect. That to me is beautiful. I'm not in the bright comment thing, so I'm going to come over here. I didn't see anybody come on. What's up, baby girl? How you doing? Drunk. Yeah, you know, we go kind of wherever the conversation goes. We're very, organic on here, and we can switch subjects or stay on the own. I do my best to always redirect. So if you stay on, eventually I will redirect back to whatever we're talking about. But there's never necessarily, what's up, Shauna? There's never necessarily any, actual plan when I get on here, because sometimes I have people that are invited and they say they're going to come and they don't, and I have to just come up with shit to say sometimes. So if I go sideways, I just let myself go sideways. So hopefully, and obviously, you like coming. And I appreciate you for being here, even though it can get a little chaotic. But and I'm sure there's some podcasts that are very like direct and and everything stays on. But that's me in real life. So literally, for the people who know me in real life and who deal with me in real life, I am literally all over the place. Somebody asked me if I had bad qualities or what I thought my worst qualities were, or some of my weaknesses or whatever. And I probably should include that in that question when I answer, is that I can be all over the place effectively, but I can go through 5 conversations in 20 minutes, full conversations. Okay. So I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, by the way. So I've notified just about everybody I think I can notify. So I think Derek is in the back, Jay, I think. So I'm going to wait to see if he's going to come on. If he's backstage. They actually call it, do they say backstage? I think they do. So hopefully he's coming on and we can talk about it. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm sharing the show, you guys. So y'all do that too. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe and then share the shit out of it. Okay. Okay, cool. Let me tell him to use the link in Messenger. Oh, too funny. Okay, so anyway, we're going to give, if you guys don't mind, we're going to give him just a like real quick couple of minutes to make sure that he can pop on here, especially because he took the time. The dude is seriously busy. I stalk him sometimes because I want to know what he's doing, because he does a lot, like he really does, business wise and whatnot. So he's dope. What's up, BW? No, Kim, you're good at redirecting. I only don't know what's going on for about 10 minutes before you mention topic. Oh, so I do. Oh, so you're acknowledging I bring it back. Thanks. I love that. I had to have a lot of people tell me. I've been doing this a long time, like a really long time, actually. And it doesn't seem like it to me. But the show has evolved. I mean, it started out, I don't know if y'all know this. How many of y'all know this? And again, I'm just kind of wasting time. The show starts out, oh, Gilly. Oh, why is it a new name every time, baby girl? Like what's going on? What's happening? Okay. So what's up, Gilly? What's up, Gilly? Drunk's here. Gilly's here. Tiff's here. Jay's here. I'm here. I mean, that's enough people to go around, right? Hopefully. Anyway, let me check private chat with Jay. Private chat with Jay is oh, see, you guys, I'm sorry. I don't even know what to do about that. Gilly, what are you even talking about right now? Like really seriously, what are you saying? I don't, from Popo? Okay. All right, let me make sure I sent him, Jay, the right link, but I'm sure that I did. Yeah, I did. I sent him the StreamYard one, this link. Why are all my guests, why is it so challenging? Can anybody offer up any suggestions? Have y'all been to my show before? Why is it so challenging? My people can never get on. BW. I don't, I'm hiding from the Popo. You said what it is with all of the name changes. I don't know why I can't comprehend tonight, but I'm having a serious problem doing it. So I'm glad somebody got it. But today is not the day for me to get that, apparently. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna at least say I'm gonna at least start, okay? Because I feel like he'll jump on when he can. So Jay's gonna look out for him. So I trust that Jay will see him when he hops in. So anyway, here's the post. The post says, "Women don't want to lead; they just want to tell you what to do." And I'm going to be real honest. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him at all. I don't think that women really want to lead. I really don't. I think they want to be in control. I think they want to be in charge. I think they want to, dictate everything. And as long as it's to their benefit or to their happiness, and then they use every narrative possible that supports this shit, like happy, we talked about that a couple weeks ago, happy wife, happy life, the nonsense. It's, oh my God, this is actually a perfect topic, and I totally agree. Hey, so why are you saying silence? Why are you saying it's a silent podcast? Y'all can't hear me? Y'all hear me? Times during the.
Don't start that. Don't start that, Kimmy.
Hey, Derek.
My name ain't Derek.
What's your name?
You tell me my name.
I mean, I don't know what you want me
You
to
know I'm
call
gonna
you.
talk shit.
I don't know what
You
you
do
want me
know
to
what you
call you
want.
in
My name
public.
Daddy every day. My name Daddy every day. Okay.
You know, I knew that's where you were going with that, and
Well
via
then,
why I'm
then
blushing. And I will admit that I'm blushing, but I don't want to talk about that. So
no. Well,
that
just
has
I'm just
nothing to do
talking.
with the
I'm just
fact that I
talking.
just blush.
That's fine. I see you
That's-
turning pink. I see you turning pink.
So anyway,
What's going on?
what's going on with you? I'm glad you showed up. I was just reading your post.
What post were you reading of mine?
Yours about women don't want to lead, they just want to tell you what to do.
Oh, that's my experience with black women. That's not all women.
Well, we don't talk about all women on here anyway, so we talk about, but I feel like I agree with you. I really do. I agree with you in general, though, as women. I mean, women, period. I don't think we want to lead. I don't think that's really the energy that we want, that we naturally carry anyway, even though we're a little off kilter. But I don't think women want to lead. I don't think we want to be leaders. I really think that we want to be in control of shit. We really want to run shit to our
Well, that's
advantage,
what makes you a
to
leader,
our
right?
happiness.
You can't lead if you're not in control.
Well, being in control doesn't mean you're a leader.
Being in control means you're leading. So that means everything you're dictating the pace.
Right. Agreed. But that doesn't make you a leader. Like, it doesn't make
Well, no, it
you.
doesn't make you a leader. It does not make you a leader, right? Hitler was a leader, right? White America has been a leader, right? And they led us through
Agreed.
slavery for 400 years. You're right. You're absolutely right. It doesn't make you a leader, but it makes you the leader.
Right. I mean, this is true. I'll give you that. That's a true statement. But I don't believe that, that they are there for a leadership role. I don't think that's what their intentions are. I really don't.
How do you? So how do you combat that? If I want all the control, how do you combat that I want to be the leader? How do you how do you defend that stance? Because if I want all the control, that means I want everything my way. That also
But now, me personally, I'm not choosing a controlling man. I'm choosing a leader. And I would not think in what I'm manifesting for myself and what I believe as far as a relationship goes,
tell me
I,
that again.
I'm not going to have to be obligated to do anything. There is not the obligation, with no obligation, it's not control, it's leadership.
Uh-huh.
So,
And so control. I'm kind of confused
okay.
because the best leaders are usually great followers, right?
I mean, that's what's been said.
Right.
I
And so at
agree.
the end of the day, right. And so at the end of the day, if women want all the damn control, that mean they want to be the goddamn leader. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, but I just don't think it's. I don't think we in
We're not
our.
talking
I
about
don't
what you
think we
think.
say that
We're
in
not.
our head.
No, but you're never gonna admit that. But if I want all the control, then I want to be the goddamn leader.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't think women think that. I'm telling you, women don't think that way. We don't think in
what are they
leadership
thinking? What are
aspects
they
of it.
thinking? What are they thinking? Oh, I just want everything my way. What are they thinking? I just
Yes,
want everything my
literally
way.
like a child. Like, didn't you
Well,
put
we
up
know that.
another?
Well, we understand that women are more like children and men are more like dogs, right?
I mean,
Yeah, men are more like dogs because we'll return to our own vomit. We'll
I,
return back to that same woman that has emasculated us, talk down on us, the whole 9 yards, talk about us behind our back, the whole 9 yards. And you're absolutely right. If a man does not treat his woman like he would his daughter, he stands a greater chance of losing her than a pimp loses a hoe.
I don't know how I feel about a man treating his wife like his daughter.
Well, because if we're treating you like, if we have to treat you like children, in particularly because I have not been in a relationship with a white woman, I have not dated outside my race. But my experience with black women is that if I don't let her have her way, right? Because fathers tend to be extra soft with the daughter, right? We tend to let our daughters have their way. We tend to let our daughters do what they want to do. And then, we're extremely hard on our sons. And so in reality, in dealing with black women, I can't speak outside of that. Dealing with black women, if you do not let her have her way, your relationship is in jeopardy. Because then at that point, she's not getting what she wants. She's unhappy, because of the fairy tale belief, the fairy tale mentality. Oh, I'm unhappy. I want out. I want out. In the black community, 80 to 90% of the divorces are initiated by women because they're unhappy, right? Because the man is not able to sustain. That is an unrealistic expectation. And thinking that anybody, this transcends race
Right.
and
Agreed.
gender. And
Agreed.
thinking that any one individual, first of all, it's not my responsibility or hers, ideally, to make someone happy.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely
Right.
agree.
It
And
is
the
not
more
my job. It
Go
is
ahead.
not my. It is not my job to make my woman happy. It is not her
Absolutely.
job to make me happy, right? Because the relationship at that point is really based upon trust. You have to forgive me. I am in a club.
I see.
I forgot our special.
I finally get time. Finally get time.
If you getting time, that's love. There's still no lemons back there. No lemons. I need some lemons. Give me some lemons. Not lime. I need lemons.
So while he's ordering, I
Yo,
agree.
manager, I need lemons when I'm here. What were
I
you
don't
saying?
disagree with anything. I was saying I don't disagree with anything that you said. I'm just being honest. I
Yeah.
don't disagree with anything that you said. But I'm stepping outside. I've been around both my whole life, black women and white women. I just been around women. I don't now as I'm older. I don't really fuck with a lot of women. My women friends have been my women friends since I was, back in the day. Like I already know they the ride or dies, right? I don't have to interview. No, I ain't had no interviews of no women lately that I have
Right.
even considered. So, but I have been raised around women, and I have seen women, and I'm just being honest. My mama's like that. My mama wants her way. She wants things done, and she will make his life a living hell until he
Right.
agrees
Emotional
to
abuse.
to do it.
Psychological abuse.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, I
That's abusive.
absolutely,
It's
and of
abusive.
course he gives in because he's just fucking sick and tired of listening to her.
Right. Because men for too long have been pussies. Right. Because
Yes,
we always succumb to what the woman wants. And then
it's the truth.
it's the fucking truth.
It
And
is.
in the moment that he doesn't give her, see, and that's why she stayed. Because he gives her what she wants.
I agree. I agree. And she stays because he is. The problem is that even when he gives her what she wants, she will eventually want more because she thought that was going to make her happy. And eventually it will not because she wasn't happy to begin with, because she was
Right.
broken and bitter and out of control. So
From the beginning.
from the
And it
beginning,
started
from the
with her
jump.
dad. And it started with her dad. See, we always talk about men and our women issues and starting with mama, but we don't want to talk about all the fractured the fractured psychological, psychobabble issues that are dealing with women and their, I'm gonna say it,
Say it.
and the sexual desires they wanted with their dads, right? Yeah, according to Freud, we choose our partners based upon our sexual attraction to our parents. So we generally choose men, women choose men, not myself, I'm not interested in men. Women choose men who are like their dads, just like men choose women who are like their fucking mom.
You know what's interesting about that is that I almost chose the exact opposite in both realities that I live in. Like my mother was the narcissist, and so was my ex. You know, so I ended up completely different direction, but I still ended up with the same type of person. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So it's because I was broken younger and went into my adulthood broken. You know, people all are, especially women, we got a habit of being like, oh, you need to heal from him and what he did and how bad he did you. And girl, it wasn't right. And we stop right there. We don't go any farther back and say, why are you to the place in your life at this big old age you are? Are you choosing, not only choosing this dude, but once he shows you who he is, you stay and you keep staying and you keep staying over and over again. But then he's wrong for you staying. In 20 years, when people say to me, "Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you," I say, "Don't say that. You ain't. Don't be sorry for me. I chose him. I take accountability for that. What was my accountability? I chose his ass. I was broken and I was bitter. And you
Uh-huh.
know, these women just a lot of these women don't care.
I know they
They
don't.
really they don't give a fuck about any
Man's happiness, period.
man and what he feels or how he feels, if he had a good day, if he had a bad day, if there's anything that they can do for him. I'm not saying all women are like, not like, but I haven't seen a lot of women that are like that. I haven't talked to a lot of men who said they've seen a lot of women that are like that. And I don't understand being exactly who you are as a woman, still be an individual as a woman. I don't understand how that takes away from your divine feminine energy. I'm
It
exactly who
doesn't.
I am.
It
And
doesn't.
I'm an individual and I'm unique and I don't dress like other people and I don't move like other people, but I'm still this woman that I intend. It doesn't make sense to use I want to be anything I want to be and do anything I want to do to take away from being a feminine energy. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand.
Right,
I'm
right.
confused as fuck. Like,
Well,
be all that. What's that got to do with your feminine energy? What does that got to do with it?
it doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm a firm believer now that black men's number one threat are black women.
Say that again. Say that again.
Black men's number one threat is black women.
Mm, do you?
No, I really do. Um, I'll be 50 in December, and outside of Latifah K. Booty, I cannot remember one single woman. Well, outside of Latifah K. Booty, my junior high school sweetheart, I cannot. Oh my God, cannot think of one woman. No. I, oh my goodness. That,
Oh,
yeah, I'm at the fucking strip club. I'm so sorry.
no, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
No, you not.
Yeah, I am. With a bunch of Cubans.
Listen,
No, like him. Like him. I was not, hey,
what am I gonna do with
hey.
you? I
You gonna
mean,
love me the right way or get out the way? Hey, 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 hey,
so
hey, hey, hey.
so
You
sad.
know what's something wrong with me. You know there's something wrong with me. Don't act like you just found out today.
Oh, I have known that there is something deeply wrong with you, and I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
my mama fucked me up.
I'm good with that.
My mama told me that all women whores. And I was like, Mama, you a woman? She said all women whores. I said, thank you, ma'am.
I mean, you know, let me tell you what's funny is I said at the beginning of this before you were on, I said, I really haven't figured out if he's for real or if he's joking. Like, I mean, I'm
Ooh,
not saying that, but you're for real.
no, like
I
I'm for real. Like I don't
yeah.
do no plan, but I love to have a fucking good time. I don't
Oh,
practice
absolutely.
lying. I don't practice lying and deceit. I'm a Sagittarius. We're the truth seekers. I hate lying, right? I hate lying. I hate being deceptive. I love my peace. Like if I'm hoeing, I'm hoeing. And you accept it or you don't. Period. Right? And if you want to be a part of that, you can be a part of that. But if I'm into you, I'm into you. So I jumped out of, I ended up, I was in a 6-year relationship with a doctor who ultimately put me back through school, right? As a convicted felon. And she was by far the worst motherfucking woman I ever met in my goddamn life. Yeah, I'm not talking about you. Don't do that.
Oh, I
Don't
should
do
have.
that.
I would have told you. I would have warned you, but you just can't. He's a whole experience. So
Ooh, who are
you,
you?
yo,
Oh, I am. I am. I'm
yo,
mad. I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm hurt, but I ain't motherfucking crazy. I'm sick of being hurt and deceived by black women. I've never been deceived by a Latina or a Caucasian woman. But, no, I swear to God. I swear to God. No, like, no, seriously. I swear to God. Like the only thing I haven't done in life is rape a woman or a child. I've composed. I've sold drugs. I've done my time. I've come home. I picked up 4 degrees, 2 masters, getting ready to go back on my PhD. But I have never suffered as much pain and suffering from anybody on this planet from black women, other than black women. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. She talking about good. Look, look, Kim, she said good. Can you see this crazy ass? She said good, but we know why she at the table. She at work.
uh, well, shouldn't she be more agreeable?
Well, well, well. You would think
You would
she
think
would be
she'd be
agreeing.
a little bit more
But
agreeable and
yeah,
friendly
yeah, 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 yeah. You would think that, but I'm a Sagittarius. We know when we being lied to.
and deceived.
Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Don't.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But
so
anyway, I'm listening. See, I don't know why you called me on this show. You knew what was going on.
first of all, you were supposed to be available on the show and not
Oh,
from
I
the strip
forgot.
club.
So let me tell you what I dealt with yesterday with a black woman, my son's mom, because I
Okay,
think I told you I'm a single dad. It's so custody.
right.
He's been with me since he was 6 months. He'll be 13 in August.
Aw.
He'll be 13 in August. And it spilled over into the day. I think you saw my timeline. We was at the game yesterday,
Mhm.
at the Mavericks game yesterday. And the whole day, she went out her way to try to make our day miserable. My son extended an invite to lunch, to the mall, and to the game. And all that she can fucking do is be mean, ornery, and fucking manipulative. It started out that morning. My son wants to go to Waffle House And she says, okay. So we get over there to pick her up. He's in the back room with his mama as we're picking her up for the Waffle House now. And as he's in the back room with his mama, she then tells him, well, I think I'm just gonna stay home since we can't go to IHOP. So then he comes into the living room where I am. He's kicking shit. You know, he's kicking proverbially. He's kicking shit. He's looking down. He's dejected. He's fucking heartbroken. Oh, what the fuck wrong with you? Mama said she gonna stay here if we don't go to IHOP. So me being a dad, well, let's just go to IHOP. So he can get his time in with his mama.
Right.
Because let her tell it, since she signed over her rights, I've been keeping him from her. Nah, bitch, I'm keeping him from your manipulative ass ways. Because no mom, no parent, I'm not going to put it on black women, no parent should be emotionally and psychologically, right, manipulating their kids for their own self-fucking gratification. It's another thing to manipulate my son to put him on the right track.
Right. Right.
My intentions are pure.
Right.
It's
Agreed.
a whole other thing to manipulate my kid to get what the fuck I want.
Right.
But we did it anyway. And as I'm telling my son, well, let's just go to IHOP. So we get to IHOP, the line too long. He's like, okay, so where we going? I said, now we going to Waffle House. He's like, why? I said, just watch God work. Just watch God work. We can't get in IHOP because the line is wrapped around the building. So we're going to go to Waffle House. You're laughing, but this is a true story.
I know that it is. I know you're telling the truth. I'm just befuddled. I'm befuddled.
So we get to Waffle House, we get in, we sit down, we wait. The game is tonight, that night, 6:30. You know, I'm an hour drive from his mom. I ain't showered. Girl, I've been in the same goddamn clothes 2 days now. I bought this at the mall yesterday for the fucking game. My nuts stink, my armpits stink.
And you're at the strip club looking at pretty girls. I cannot with you
and
right
I won't
now.
even let them dance on me. Look, I won't even let them dance on me. No, you can't do that. No, you can eat and drink, but you can't rub that cuckoo on me, baby. Not tonight. And so, however, we go to Waffle House. We didn't get in. Well, we got in, but it took so long. I paid for my coffee, tipped the guy, and we end up at Juicy's, the seafood, Mesquite. We're sitting there. He invited his mom. Okay, boom, boom. And so we get there, we eat. We're not talking. I'm not saying nothing to her. She had an attitude about that because I'm not talking to her. But I'd already promised my son that I'm not gonna say shit. We're gonna go and have a peaceful lunch with your mom. I'm not gonna say shit. We're gonna eat. We're gonna go shopping. We're gonna go to the fucking game straight from the motherfucking mall because we're gonna change in the goddamn car in the motherfucking parking lot. So
just so you can facilitate him seeing his mama.
At the end of the day, right? Because I know what it's like to be I know what it's like to be a single parent or a single mom, quote unquote, while being demonized as the parent who can't let go. Because you know, a lot of men will say, "Oh no, she's acting like she's acting because I don't want to fuck with her." No, she's acting like she's acting because you want to be a fucking parent, right? We laid down, we had the baby together. You should be helping. Bottom line. Anyway, so as we're sitting at the parking, we're sitting at the red light after we leave the restaurant. I was just telling this lady this because I'm fucked up because we still going. The residuals are carrying over into today. The residuals are carried over into today. So when I'm sitting at the red light, I'm having a client at the red light. His mom pulls up beside us, blows the horn. I don't know it's her. He lets the window down and asks his mom to come with us to the mall because he know I ain't tripping. She can come. And so he said, and he lets the window up. I'm in my phone at the red light as it's turning green. I say, "What'd she say?" He said she was talking in sign language. Kim, Kim, as I'm crossing over the road to get to the mall, I say, "What? Do what? Your mama don't know no fucking sign language." He said she did like this. She pointed at you, did like this, pointed at herself. So you know me. Bitch, you just sat down and had lunch with me while you talking about you don't want to be around me. But I just paid for your lunch.
That was okay.
I'm not tripping. But don't go and tell him you don't want to be around me when we just sat at the fucking table.
I mean,
Manipulation.
I agree.
Manipulation.
I
Right?
agree. Absolutely.
So we leave, she go on, and I'm prepping my son. I'm like, dude, don't trust these women. I'm giving him the game from what I know. That's my job. That's my responsibility as his dad. Don't be trusting these fucking women. Right? Because I can never trust my mama. So why I'm gonna trust some lady I'm laying up with? But however.
He's got another post we're going to talk about too, you guys, by the way.
She did what?
I think there was another post I sent of yours too that we're going to talk about. Not tonight,
Well,
but
well, because I'm not a woman basher. What I do know and understand is this time, black women set the fucking course for the world. In my group chat, I posted a picture today about Sierra. And it was sickening the number of black women that were saying what she wore, wherever the fuck they were, whatever the theme was, that she wore that as being as a wife and a mom. Right? A Christian mom. So you're a Christian and you half naked at a party with hundreds of other women who are half fucking naked. Not like this kind of naked, the other kind of naked, right? Because, you know, the thing was about how she was a better woman for being with Russ than she was with Future, because Future was treating her who the fuck she was. Russ gave her the benefit of the doubt, right? Russell Wilson. Rochelle Wilson. Did you see the look on his face when they took that picture? He was like, oh my God. Oh my God, her titties are bigger than mine. Oh my God. But however, and so, you know, my thing was, okay, and so what point did she change? Right? So what's the difference in Sierra now than when she was with Future? Because she's still acting like a whore. Because no respectable woman is going to get on social media. Right? Married woman. Fuck if you're single. Right? Because that's a whole nother concept with women who are subconsciously selling their body to the highest bidder. Right? Because, you know, the thing now is he don't have no money. He can't fuck with me. And he can't pay my bills. He can't pay my bills. He can't pay my bills.
I mean, some of them can't pay their bills, so I don't understand.
These women can't pay their own motherfucking bills.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with
your money different. Your money different. Your money different. Let's just talk about the average woman. Let's talk about the average woman that's living above her means. High credit card debt. Right? No liquidity. I bet you 98% of the women that's watching your show right now can't go in the bank in the morning and pull out $10,000 cash.
I bet the same. But I could be wrong, but
no, you ain't wrong.
Probably a high percentage.
You're not wrong.
I would
You're
say
not
it's a
wrong.
high percentage.
Okay, we'll go to 97.4. Is that better?
Oh,
I'm not gonna do this with you every week. You're gonna have black women thinking I hate black women. And I got a daughter and 2 granddaughters. And
I
I hope like
mean,
hell my grandkids don't end up like these modern day women.
listen. I say the same thing, because of the way that I speak about white people. But at the end of the day,
You want
I
something else?
don't hate them.
Huh?
I don't hate white
You want what?
folks because I would be hating half of who my children are. So it's but I'm gonna hold them accountable for their behavior, especially if they fuck off in front of me, or I'm gonna at least speak on it. I'm not gonna not say shit, like do fucking better,
Right.
and
Well,
I
and
think
so
Jay.
I'm demonized. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Jay has the same. That's what he wrote. He said, "I'm so tired of that go-to phrase, women bashing, when you're calling out bad behavior." He goes through the same thing. Like he's accused of
Right.
things that's not really happening. Like it's not bashing women necessarily, but
Right.
it's the
It
way.
ruined my relationship. Uh-huh.
What did?
It ruined my relationship. Well, because I thought my ex-fiance was cheating. And I was pointing out her behaviors and stuff that made me think that and made me insecure. She said, "Oh, you just insecure." And so I'm looking at all her fucking exes. I'm looking at all of her exes.
Right.
None of them look better than me. None of them make more money than I do. What the fuck do I have to be insecure about, bitch? You're doing shit that have me thinking you're fucking cheating. And as I present that to you before I start going to act like a nigga, no, this is the God honest truth.
I know.
When I present that to you, before I start acting like a nigga, she tells me I'm insecure. And I'm looking at the dude that I'm thinking she's cheating with, and I'm like, this verbatim, bitch, this nigga getting off on little girls in a pageant show. It was the pageant coach who's watching little 10, 8, 9, and 10-year-old girls prance and parlay in quote unquote pageantry training. And I'm like, her daughter had never met her dad. I had been in her life 6 years. I can't even call and talk to her without being on speakerphone, but you'll leave her on a motherfucking FaceTime with this nigga in a room talking about business? I mean, you don't know if he's jacking off on her or not.
I mean, I'm not being
guy.
accusatory, but you never do know what people are doing. I mean,
Well, as a fucking dad, and that's not my biological child, as a fucking dad, no grown man should be sitting up watching fucking little girls on TV all fucking day. FaceTime or TV all day.
I mean, I don't see why he would be on FaceTime with her. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me either. And I'm like, what the fuck you doing? And then I was like, and she was like, well, I'm not gonna change the coach. I'm like, I didn't ask you to change. And then after we split, she hit me and she was like, I changed fashion coaches. I was like, what you want me to do now?
Yay.
What you want me to do now, Kim?
Lady? You're
like,
a
I'm
mess.
not doing it. No, I'm a hot mess. A hot mess. But anyway, yeah. So whatever. You coming to Dallas when?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
Did you book the flight?
I haven't looked at no flights.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to purchase a multi-unit, 8-unit apartment complex.
Yes.
Right. And I got a couple other projects and stuff going, so I haven't had time. But we're gonna connect. There's a builders expo. I think I need to find out. I may need to add to. And so these people hit me today
Yes.
with VIP access.
Okay.
What? Did you just put titty juice in my glass? Oh, I thought you put some titty juice in there. You want something else?
Y'all, I'm not even gonna apologize for him because he is just
Don't
really like this all
apologize
the
because
time.
I'm
I'm
raw.
not. I'm not
This
apologizing.
is me.
You like that all the time. I know.
Every
I
day,
know.
all day.
Listen, this is why I love
Close my
you.
card out. Did you put my card in your pocket?
No, you
Oh.
closed it out.
Girl, do you need my ID again?
It's probably
Yeah.
nobody
Tell the
ID'd
lady,
you.
don't be. I'm a pawpaw. I don't know why the fuck they keep IDing me. Tell her don't be screenshotting my ID. No, I gave you the last of it.
I don't know.
That shit cost $25 fucking dollars.
I mean, he is
Hold on.
hilarious, Jay. I agree. And he's literally like this. He's like this all this
Just run the
too.
card.
Like,
Run the
he's
card.
literally.
Just run it for what I'm paying for.
He's literally. I
Don't
mean, y'all
run
can
it because you
obviously
got a
see
car, no
why
insurance.
I fuck with him. Because he acts
what?
like this. He's a mess.
For 12.
I mean, it never stops with him. Literally, his Facebook page is lit up too. He's always somewhere doing something. It's always something. I told y'all before he ever came on, like
Why
he's
she can't run
always
it for
doing
12?
he got all kinds of business. He's in real estate. I mean, he's doing big shit, like for real. We need to. Everybody
what?
needs to follow him. He definitely needs to come on the shows. He's insane, and he ain't got. I mean, I'm pretty sure he gave up all the fucks he has left.
Because I'm a businessman
Long
too.
before
You can't dictate what
even
the
get,
fuck I'm gonna charge.
there was fucks said to be given. You know what I'm saying?
No, like how you gonna tell me what I can charge?
And we should go on his show. I don't know if it's up and going or not.
No, you can't do that. Well, I don't give a damn what the fucking machine is. You're not gonna tell me I gotta spend $50 to charge my card. Ooh, put the tongue right here. Hey, you can't do it we on camera, girl. My balls sweaty and salty as a motherfucker. You'll be like that whole ass nigga. That whole ass. Oh man.
Yeah, Derek, are you doing do you do your podcast? Are you doing your podcast right now? Like,
no, we need to. No, I'm not. Okay, so what's going on with the card? I gotta spend $50 to open it, even though I done spent several hundred. I can't get one more shot without spending $50. Right, and so you tell me. So, but I gotta spend another $50 to open it. Okay. Okay. We'll explain it, John. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's 4 drinks. 12 and 4 is 48. So open the tab. I might get 2 more shots. No, you get it. Right now. No, I don't want 4 drinks. Just open it. I'm gonna give you $1 this hour.
And it's not. I already know it's the principle for him because I guarantee you, he's full of money that he can buy those with cash.
Like what?
He don't even need to. You know what, Derek? You don't even need to use the card. That's what's so damn sick. You ain't even got to use the card.
I don't.
No, I know. Like, why you fucking with that man? You ain't even knowing good and damn hell well.
The lady said I gotta spend 50. I don't want to spend 50. I want a bottle of water. Look, this is what they did. I'm already mad they gave me a bottle of water and a glass of ice. I gotta pop my own bottles for water.
That's a damn shame, for real.
I know.
What's going on, Anthony? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks everybody for showing up.
Group?
I appreciate you,
Oh.
huh?
I'm sorry, somebody's on the show.
No, me and you are on the show.
I thought you just said hello to somebody.
Oh, I did in the chat. There's a chat. If you're
Oh,
not
how
on,
come I can't see the chat?
well, I don't know. I can't because we're not on actual YouTube. You and I, we're on that back. You have to be on like your phone, something on YouTube, on it, actual YouTube.
I was
And
trying to invite people to your show.
yeah, you can just copy the link that I sent in your text message, the YouTube link that I sent in your text message.
How do I put that in my group though?
Oh, I can do it. But you just do it as a post. You just copy and paste it. You just copy and paste it, and it'll show up as a post.
I'm not that tech savvy. I'm not that tech savvy, and I done had about 3/5. I don't know who Bruce is. I don't know who Bruce. Bruce is BW, or is BW black women talking to Bruce? Bruce in trouble, look like.
Who's Bruce?
I don't know. It say not Bruce. It say Bruce. It say Bruce. We are mentally stronger. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Monica. And your name, Monica? Jenny.
Right, hold on, I'm gonna share it on your page.
Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. I gotta sign it again. Ooh, let me find out they over there taking my signature down. I know they're not allowed. I'm just talking shit. I trust you because you with her.
I don't know if I can post now. Why? Why wouldn't I be able to post?
Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can't post in the group.
Oh, I got it. If you don't, let me know. I got it if you don't. Oh, anyway, I was going to say while we were pausing, like, subscribe, and share the shit out of the show. Please. We're going to try to, yes, like, subscribe, and share the shit out of the show. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate you. It's good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Definitely. I guarantee you, I know he just got booted, but I'm on his page right now, the podcast page. Jade, did I send it to you? You can post. It's a group. And I guarantee you that that's probably what he's doing. Like he's posting the link in his page. I'm going to post the link. But I bet you that he's already doing it. So I'm going to give him the opportunity to post it first. But and we'll see if I'm sure he'll pop back on unless his phone was dead, but he didn't say anything about his phone being dead. So I feel like he's going to be back. But anyway, because I know we got sidetracked because he's a mess. And again, he literally is like this all the time. Like I've never talked to him when he wasn't hype and off the chain like this. At all. I can't even imagine, to be honest with you. But anyway, Jay, did I send you the link for his podcast? We'll post it. We'll get it up. We'll post it. But I don't know if he started and is on pause, or if he hasn't started, he's gaining momentum. I don't know what stage he's in. Oh, there he is. He posted. So stupid. Did you post it? Did you get it posted?
I don't know what the fuck I did. I just know I lost the connection.
All right. Well, I'm posting it for you. Okay.
Thank you. Hold on.
You can go comment.
Hold on, let me get on my other phone and tell these people to tune in. I don't even know the fucking password. That bitch said, your birthday. Is it? Hey, want some birthday cake? Hey, let me blow out your candles, baby. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you ain't. Guys.
I'm really not. I'm just saying.
I know you're not.
I'm not. Hey, hey, I know it. I know it. Girl, uh,
Okay,
I,
sorry. Hey,
yes, ma'am.
is okay. I'm sorry. I had to let my dogs out. So anyway, I was telling everybody about your podcast page, and we were trying to get information on it because you're not doing it right now, or you're on pause, right?
I'm at the club.
Oh, I'm talking about your podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't do nothing. Slide down. Yeah. Hey, what was you saying?
I'm talking
What were you
about your
saying?
podcast. I'm talking about your
What about
podcast.
it?
Are
Where's
you
my drink?
on pause
How's
right
she
now
gonna
with your
bring you a drink? Gonna
podcast?
bring me one? No, it's not on. Well, yes, technically, yes and no. Right. And so this is what's going on with my podcast.
Okay.
I've been looking for a brick and mortar building for a liquor license because I'm gonna end up having open mic night. I'm trying to do an establishment similar to what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so the podcast is not on hold, but it is on hold because I need a building. I got some other stuff that I'm gonna do that's gonna spin off of that. Open mic night, the whole 9 yards.
Interesting.
So yeah. So I'm looking for my own building. I have to have a building before I can get a liquor license. And in order to get a
Right.
liquor license, I have to have a food menu. So that's where I am. But my architecture, um, where my design and build, architecture and construction company has been booming during the pandemic. I haven't had time.
Oh, okay. But it's coming. It's gonna be on and popping eventually, right?
Do what?
It's gonna be on and popping eventually, right?
Oh yeah. Between that and my cows, I just haven't had time. So I'm just now getting to a point where I can even put, get my podcast, even, like what it's 3, 4 years old, but the pandemic and everything that's been going on, I haven't been able to promote it, market it the way that I want.
Hold on a second.
Okay, girl, come on and get your man.
All right. Okay. I know we're completely disrupting the whole entire show for 50 million things, but it's freezing cold out here, and my dogs were going nuts. So, and we already know he's not paying any kind of attention. So,
I am paying attention.
back
My
to the.
phone
No,
fell.
you ain't. No, you ain't. You just happened to hear me that time. So
I heard you the whole time.
anyway, I sent Jay the link to his Facebook group that's in reference to his podcast because again, he's got more content than I have time to do shows because the shit he posts and the stuff that he
Jay?
put you
Oh,
is crazy and it is like I'm trying to he was like don't be shy, say so I've been trying to post on there and been trying to talk, but my posts don't engage with me like they engage with him because that shit is hilarious to me. You really got to check out his page, go there and join his group. And Jay put his link in there. Let me know if I didn't send it to you. Oh, he's telling me something right now, probably. I got the Facebook link. Okay, Jay's got it. I guess that means he's gonna put it in there too. So where you might have some invites some joins on your page. Okay. So FYI. But yeah, the content that he puts up, the post that he puts up, I'm all day long on his page, like waiting for somebody to post some shit, especially him, because his shit just be ridiculous. So I'm just saying, one of the posts that got put up today is a chick changing a tire, but it says if she has to change the tire while holding the kid, I think both of you need to date other men. Anyway, I'm just saying the shit is funny, and then he makes posts that is serious about what's going on too. I mean, people laugh at it and it sounds like a joke, but the reality is some of this shit is serious. Like, it comes across as having a good time, but it is the truth, and we all know how I feel about women, and where my stance is on it. And please.
I'm listening.
But I was talking. I know you listening. So the original post, for those who are coming in halftime or whatever, and haven't been on the show the whole time, the original. Oh, I'm on his podcast page. He posted Derek, who's on the show, even though y'all can't see him. He posted just a regular post on his own page that said women don't want to lead, they just want to tell you what to do. And that's kind of where this whole conversation started. And like Drunk said, we ended up on some other shit doing something else. So, but me and him agree on I agree with him on a lot of things. And I haven't really, I mean, women give me a hard time, but not a lot. So Jay, you say you got the Facebook link for his page. Thank you. So women don't want to lead. They just want to tell you what to do. That was the original conversation. And again, I know we got twisted and turned around, and he obviously had a little too much to drink. So, I really wanted to make sure that we went back to this, because if you weren't on here initially when he got on, I mean, he made some really valid points. But, and trying to say, well, no, he wasn't trying to say, what he was saying had to do with leading and controlling. But I don't personally believe that women are trying to lead. He's saying if you're controlling, then you're leader. Okay, so I would say it like this. That doesn't mean that that they're a good leader or a great leader, just that they're leaders, if they are. So maybe when their leadership is in question. Maybe that's a better way to say what I'm trying to say and what he's trying to say at the same time. Like, I get it if you're in control, but I don't think then that you're leading. I know he does. I don't think that we're leading women. I don't think women are leading. And I don't think we think that way. We only think about men leading. I haven't talked to anybody that's ever even used this verbiage. So it's enough to be thought about and have a conversation about, because I don't think, and if there's any women in the chat still that think this, let me know, because I really would be curious. But I've never had a conversation with a woman and she said to me, I really want to lead my relationship. I never listened to women bitch and piss and moan and say, I want to lead. That's not what we're thinking. Of course, we're not thinking that we want to control the relationship, but in fact we are. As long as he does this and as long as he does that, and the first thing that we do is go out and get a man that doesn't do that and doesn't do this. And then he knew going in, maybe he didn't, you know what I'm saying? But the women, again, I'm speaking on women because I'm not a man, and I don't have nothing to do with what men do when it comes to to rectify their own person and who they are and their healing. I can't speak on them. I can speak about them, but I can't speak to them or, on them. I know what my experience has been. I've had shitty ass experiences. And I've had freaking phenomenal experience. I say it all the time. I have fucking amazing men in my life. I really, truly do. I really have phenomenal men. I forget what the post was about, and that's the first thing I thought about in my head. One of the women on the page responded, and my first thought was, I wanted to say, and I didn't, like, I'm not trying to start shit, but sometimes you don't know how people are going to take you, and we all know their perception of me is not my responsibility. I get that, but I'm just saying, I'm just making a comment that, um, sometimes I decide to not say what I really want to say, just for whatever reason. But mostly just because I feel like it would start a whole bunch of shit. Because what I really want to say and what I really wanted to say to her was, I can't relate because I don't choose those type of men anymore. I'm not saying I couldn't and I didn't, but again, where we're at and the amount of access that we have as women, you would think that it would be our absolute, just the fact that we're natural nurturers, that we would want to heal and nurture, everyone around us, our next generations, whatever you would think. But I don't even know if we as women even have that in us anymore. Some of us or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And sorry, you guys know I cannot comment and talk and do all that. So at the same time, I don't know why it's so impossible for me. I don't know why. And I'm capable of so much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm capable of, doing a lot of things at the same time. But for some reason, I can't get it together when it comes to the show and sharing and my phone and whatever. I don't know why. I don't know why. And I have such a deficit when it comes to that. But a lot of the stuff that he talks about and a lot of the stuff that he posts, again, I know it comes off a certain way, but women, we don't think that way. We don't think about leading. We don't think of it in that way. It's a totally, different conversation. But I've definitely talked to women of all ages, like in the midst of a relationship too, like in the middle. And it's clear that what they're saying is, I want him to do this, that will make me happy. And it's not going to make you happy. It's going to make you happy for a minute until you realize that that's not what happiness is. And that's not how to get happy or be happy. That just is something that brings you joy, or it makes you feel warm and fuzzy. That doesn't mean it's happiness. So even if, this is my opinion of why relationships end up the way they do, and where the accountability for women arrives. They're not happy going into the relationship. They're not happy in general. They're not peaceful. They're not happy. They're not joyful. And I'm not talking about like they don't have issues. They're not sad. They don't think, but the majority of their time, the majority of how they present themselves to you, because just because you are sad and depressed and you present yourself in a happy situation or to be happy, doesn't mean that you're faking all the time. I'm talking about authentic people doing authentic shit. You don't want to show up like that when it's really bad sometimes. If you have the support system that you need and you have your go-to people, you don't have to show up depressed and sad. You're allowed to show up and put on a happy face and, do whatever, because you know that you've addressed what you're sad about, again, talking in a whole, healed thing. But with that being said, women that are going in these relationships that already are not happiness, they haven't got up every day and chose happiness yet. They get into these relationships with these men. The first thing they want is something. It doesn't matter what it is, but they want something. They want you to give something as proof that you love them. If he does this and he changes, that means he loves me because he's doing something different just for me. Most men are capable of doing something different a few times. for a few days or a few weeks or a few months. A lot of us are like that. You know, we can get into a great diet, a great groove, and be going, you know, crazy for 3 weeks and doing great. You know, then all of a sudden, you know, and then, you know, 6 months later, you're like, you know what? I never even finished my diet. I never even, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be that, but I'm just, you know, using that as an example. I mean, I think we all operate like that. You know, our attention span is so short, and, you know, we feed into everything that's going on. But they want the man to do something for them for the reason for proof of life, proof of love, proof of love. And they also are doing it to bring happiness to themselves. Not only just themselves, but with no regard to how it affects a man to have to decrease himself to become something he's not, and not live authentically as his own self. And then after a few months, maybe even a few years, that what he is doing no longer makes her happy because she never found her happiness outside of him. So what does she have to do? She has to create a new issue so that she can get him to prove her love for her because she feels so fucking unworthy. And then, or who she was having him be only lasted for a few minutes, few months, a couple years. And then he reverted back because that wasn't truly, authentically who he was. And you knew that. Everybody else knew it. Everybody knew. If anybody changes for you, I mean, I don't know if there's statistics, but the odds of that sticking, unless they've already determined that's who they are, and they've already practiced being that person, and they walk in that whatever it is, and they're ready to change it, you know what I mean? They still have to do that for themselves. They have to make these adjustments and, you know, be accountable for their behavior and on their own. That can't come from anybody else. So, but it doesn't, you and I both know it doesn't last 2 years or 3 years. It lasts a few months. So a chick gets in the relationship. She's already unhappy and miserable. She gets with this guy. She needs him to prove his love. So she picks something that she fucking hated the minute she met him, but knew that that's who he was or how he was. And now she wants him to undo that. Hey, you know, I met you like this, but I don't want to keep you like this. So for this to work, do this. And I'm happy. And I'm happy for a little while. Happy technically, you know, a few months maybe. That's probably the real cycle. Now, I haven't been in that type of relationship for myself in a few years. But when I was, it went down that way. And the first relationship I was definitely a huge co-creator in that. I don't want to say wrong, but he wasn't for me. But it was an experience that I had never had. And I take responsibility that I was a year out of a 20-year relationship, and I was deep off in trauma therapy, and I probably had no business being involved with anyone, but I did, and I take, you know, responsibility for that. But that relationship was kind of like that, you know, like, but he was the bitcher, you know, he was the one that bitched about stuff, and we would go in these, you know, circles because he was bitching about, you know, he would just find something, you know. Anything, literally, he would find anything to, you know, bitch and piss and moan about. Kisses. He pissed and bitched and moaned about kisses. I gave him too many kisses. I kissed too much. Shit like that. And it was very cyclical. typical. Like every few months there was an argument. And at that point, I argued. I argued back. Absolutely. And I was fucking emotional as shit doing it too. So, sure. And, I think women just, women and men, but of course, I'm again speaking for women. I don't think they want to be leaders. I think they want to get in. They might not think I want to control him, but they think I want him to do this thing for me to make me happy. I want that. That'll make me happy. And everybody knows if I'm happy, happy wife, happy life, and so on with every other false narrative that exists out there. And, we take no accountability for what we do to a man when they have to violently and immediately decrease who they are. And yes, I said violently because some of the things that women ask men to do and the way that they ask them as well too, I'm befuddled by it all. I'm not saying that I have definitely not been like this. And when you're in it, these aren't thoughts that you necessarily have when you are back when I was in it, I will say, back when I was in it. But I didn't have these platforms either. I didn't have TikTok. I didn't have people say stuff to me about healing. I didn't have people say stuff to me about narcissists. I didn't have people say stuff to me about trauma. There wasn't other people I could talk to. I didn't know, there wasn't other people I could talk to. I couldn't just scroll through a platform and find somebody who had been sexually abused as a child. I couldn't just scroll through a platform and find somebody who'd been assaulted in any way, shape, or form. I couldn't scroll. No, none of these things. Like we didn't have access, and then when we did get access, it wasn't this type of access. It was the World Wide Web, AOL. That was it. And we didn't know we could search for these type of things. We didn't even know that these type of things existed. Ignorance is bliss is a true statement, whether you guys like it or not. Ignorance is bliss. I say it all the time and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It truly is. And when you understand things or become aware of something, it doesn't always mean that like, oh, this is great. I'm aware now. Cause that shit, like where I'm at right now, I would choose to be blissfully ignorant right now on a lot of things. And I choose to stay blissfully ignorant on a lot of things. And I am aware that I choose all that. I'm aware that I do it. And women that are demanding and looking to completely change a man to become something solely for their own purpose. I mean, y'all do know that's a, I'm not saying anybody is, but we all know how I feel about this. That's a narcissistic trait. It really is, the arrogance of it all, and I am everybody knows that I have publicly come out and said that I definitely carry a fuck ton of narcissistic traits. A lot of people don't like that I did that, but it did happen and it is true. And it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to say it's not. I've come out and said a lot of things about myself. I don't even know. I got another one that I'm working on, something else that I found out about myself. And, I'm not sure when and how, and if I did have a conversation about it, what it would look like. But I back to the original, and then we're gonna shut it down. It is. I haven't slept in a couple of days. And that's not like me, but I have literally only got 5 hours sleep the last couple of nights for no reason either. Not even anything valid or worth talking about. But women don't want to lead. They just want to tell you what to do. A lot of women really do just want to be in control. They really just want to tell a man what to do and make sure that he does what she said. I mean, I have a best friend like that. She literally She tells her husband what to do. Literally tells him what to do. And he does it. I mean, he absolutely does it. And she'll tell you that she wants to be in complete control. And then in the next breath, she'll say, but I really don't. Like, I really don't. And I don't think she wants to be as much as she does control. I really don't think she wants to, but I also don't know if she could release that kind of control either. So, but thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate y'all. If you guys, Jay, well, anyway, if you guys go to, if y'all go to my page or hit me up on TikTok or whatever, or Jay or whatnot, you can get the link to his podcast page, because if nothing else, it is entertaining. Seriously, some of the things he puts up there and some of the responses that people do. Again, a lot of the stuff is a lot of truth, and it's, almost like comedic. But there's a lot of funny shit and a lot of true shit. And I'm definitely there for the content. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I mean, I posted a couple things, so y'all check them out. Big shout out, like huge, to Jay Savage, Jim Savage. I call him Jay, y'all know that, but Jim Savage, because he always takes care of me. Always. I would say I don't deserve him, but I know that I do. And SavageCom.Entertainment. Big shout out to Derek Pride, who was on the show earlier, and for coming. I would have said that he's a busy guy before the strip club, but he really truly is. Like, I'm not even mad at him that he hits the strip club and drinks and has a good time, because he really, he's doing a lot of shit, and he really is a busy guy, and he deserves it, and he can do what he wants. He's single. He can do, if that's, as a man, that's what he wants to do. I don't think it's a crime. If you want to sexualize women and have women, that's fine. That's fine. Is there a lot of, can we have a show? I was just curious. We don't have to have a show, but are there a lot of married women that strip? I'm just curious. I don't know. They obviously have boyfriends, right? I don't know. Again, thanks for showing up. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share the shit out of the show. You can share it while we're on. You can share it after we get off. So there's no pressure, but there is. So I will see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time, right here, SavageCom.Entertainment. Bye. All right, everybody, here's the deal. I am on my way over to SavageCom.Entertainment because I fell in love with Kimberly Michael, and I want to follow all of her videos. By the way, she's me. I'm her. So follow me over there, SavageCom.Entertainment. Look me up, In Love with Kimberly Michael, so you can fall in love with me too.